Hello everybody, welcome to round 4 from this past weekend's tournament. In this game, I'm going to show you guys how I was absolutely dominating again a whole game from start to finish and literally lost the game. I don't know if this just wasn't my day. At this point, I'm like, is it me? Is it my training? Am I not taking it all in? Like, am I the problem here? Let's get into it. In this game, you guys are going to see some stuff. You guys are going to see how I had the opportunity to go a good knight versus a bad bishop, but instead I ended up with a good bishop versus a bad bishop, which isn't bad, but in this particular situation, a good knight would have beat the bad bishop, I think, a little bit better. But anyway, guys, let me show you guys how I was winning a game, all game, and still found a way to lose. I don't know if this past Saturday, or this last week just wasn't my week, or what. Okay, guys, I got really sick on Monday, a bad headache on Monday, got a very bad cold by Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm in the thick of it. Thursday, I'm at the worst of it. Friday, I'm finally starting to recover, okay? And then by Saturday, I feel good, so I go and I play in my tournament, and Saturday just was not a great day. And then to make it so bad, y'all, when I leave the tournament, my car ran out of gas. Like, I had to pull over in a lot on the side of the road. I had the gas thing in the car. I'm a car dealer, so I keep these things with me at all times because I'm always driving in different cars and just moving around. So I happen to have a gas thing in the car. I had to walk to a gas station. It was about 6 minutes walking, but it is freezing outside. Like, it is so cold. I'm happy I made it there in 6 minutes. I was just like walking and screaming at the same time, just getting through it, right? But guys, this Saturday just was not my day. It clearly wasn't. I lost 4 games straight. I ran out of gas on the way home, guys. But you know what? I just keep a nice smile on my face the whole time because getting mad about it, what's that going to do? So let me show you guys a game where I was winning the whole entire game. I have the eval bar here just to prove it. You know, I haven't had the opportunity to go over this game with my coach yet. I still don't know where I went all the way wrong, but I do have some ideas. Without further ado, guys, let's get started. I'm black in this game. My opponent is white. This is the 3rd game that I was black in this tournament. I only played 1 game with white in this tournament. That's interesting. Isn't it supposed to change each time? I don't know. But anyway, my opponent played with the accuracy of 81.6. I played with the accuracy of 68.8. That's pretty terrible, especially considering the positions that I got in this game. My opponent played with a game rating of 2100. I played with a game rating of 1750. My opponent had 1 brilliant move. I had 0. My opponent had 1 great move. I had 0. I had 10 best moves. My opponent had 9. I had 4 excellent moves. My opponent had 3. My opponent had 7 good moves. I had 3 good moves. My opponent had 3 book moves. I had 2. I had 6 inaccuracies. My opponent had 5. I had 5 mistakes. My opponent had 3. We both had 2 misses. I had 1 blunder, and my opponent had 0, guys. Let's take a look at this game. I know you guys don't, I know it sounds crazy. Like, how is it that you're winning every game, but you still find a way to lose? Game 1, I think I was doing well. You know, just the rook was just bad to go there. Game 2, you guys see that I had the opportunity to be an expert several times in the same game. Game 3, that game he won. Round 3, he beat me. I didn't have any chances there. I think my focus was just broken. Just still carrying round 2 on my chest a bit. Not really, but a bit. And then when he took my h7 pawn, that kind of woke me up. And then I just had a cough attack, and that kind of took my focus again. And then, guys, this is round 4. I got the cough calmed down, and I'm like, you know what? This has been a crazy tournament. Let me at least win this 1 game. And he happened to be 1400 rated player. So at the very least, if I could just win this game, at least I gained some elo today, right? So let's just win this game. That was my thought process going through it. And I think I was in position to win, but I still found a way to lose. I ran out of gas after leaving the tournament. So I just think that this Saturday particularly just was a rough day for me. But anyway, I made it home safe. I ate good that night, so it was a great day. Anyway, let's take a look at the game. My opponent played the move B3. I played this move. I got into my Caro-Kann, right, which is normal developing. Look, we're both playing book moves up until this point. I played a move E5. He gets cast. So I played a move bishop to D6. There. Really bad move on my end. That is a blunder. He could have captured this pawn here, but he did not see that. He could have gone knight captures e5, and he could have won some material here. But anyway, he did not see it. Instead, he played that move, which is a huge miss, and it allows me to get that pawn there. And then he plays the move knight to e5. Bishop takes. He took with his knight there. I get castle. He plays the move c4, guys. Check the eval bar here. Black is winning. And you guys are going to see, like, I'm winning pretty much for, like, the rest of this game until I'm not. He plays that move there. I play the move rook to e8. Not bad. He takes his knight out the center, and he goes knight to g4 here. Look at the eval bar now. I'm still winning. Queen goes there. Not the best move, but not game losing, right? He takes, I take. He takes, I take. Rook comes over. Queen drops back. Okay, guys. This was the turning point of the game. Okay, right? So, guys, check out this position, right? He comes rook to c8. Queen comes over. And then he plays this move, a3. Check it out. I have 2 minor pieces, and he has 2 minor pieces. But the thing about my minor pieces is they are a lot more active, right? I got this dark square bishop with a whole bunch of scope. None of my pawns are in the way of my dark square bishop. In fact, my pawns are all pretty much on white squares. And then my opponent's pawns are all on dark squares. Therefore, my opponent has a bad bishop, and I have a good bishop. I'm already winning. And then I got this knight that's controlling these center squares. I am winning this game, and I know it. In this position, I know it. So I already know, okay, wait. I need to trade this knight. And make him play with this bad piece versus my good piece. He's gonna have a hard time getting this piece active. This whole game I've been purposely not breaking this. I wanted to keep these pawns in front of my opponent's bishop. And I got to a position where the bishop is still behind these pawns. This is my opportunity to capitalize. Make him play this game with his bishop behind all of these pawns on the same color complex, right? All I have to do in this position is bishop takes. And I'm winning this game by drastic proportion. Oh, bishop takes and I win a pawn? Oh, yeah. I didn't even see that. Wait, I saw it strategically. I didn't even notice that I won a pawn. I saw it strategically that take, your bishop is forever behind these pawns on these dark squares. But I didn't even realize that, material-wise, I win a whole piece. I don't know, guys. You know what? At this point, I'm not sure, what's going on with me, y'all. All I could say is that these games is just waking me up. It's just making me angrier. Not angry, mad angry, but ready to play chess. This is crazy. This is crazy. I saw it strategically where, okay, if I take the knight, he takes back. And guess what? It becomes a good knight versus a bad bishop. This bishop is going to have a very, very hard time getting outside of its own pawn chain, getting to any active squares, and I knew that. Okay? So I was already, before I made my next move, when he went a3, it's I don't even know what that move does, besides put another pawn on the same color as his bishop, which is bad, giving him an even worse bishop. I know I'm winning here. I know I'm clearly better. I know it. That's what's hitting here. I know I'm better in these positions. I know that if I take, we're going into a game where I have a good knight versus a bad bishop. But then to even further it, I just realized I would have won material. But guys, I didn't play that. I thought that I had another move. I thought I had a wait move. I knew I was going to trade this piece. But because this is my good bishop, I'm like, I want to trade it. I know that I get the good knight versus the bad bishop. But I'm like, I'm still kind of on the fence about it. But I didn't even see that. Girl, you win a whole piece. You win a whole pawn with the trade. This isn't even nothing to think about. You're winning material here. Guys, believe it or not, I played this crazy move, rook to c8, thinking that this knight was still going to be available. I thought that this knight was still going to be available for capture, thinking, where will the knight go? Anyway, if the knight does leave, if he goes backwards anywhere, I'll just take, right? Because I got this queen here. But I'm like, where would the knight go? Turns out the knight went to h5. And this is him slowly, this is a great move. He got out of a bad situation, right? Because it could have ended up a lot worse for him. If I play the correct move and bishop takes here, not only do I win a pawn, but I'm also winning the game strategically because he's got this bad piece. He's basically about to play the rest of this game without this piece. Well, I've got this great piece. But I did not take it. And to tell you the truth, guys, I be knowing stuff. I be sitting there. Everything I'm saying to you right now, I knew when I was sitting there. I just didn't do it. I was like, I think I got another move. It's like Sometimes they say when you find a good move, find a better one. But no, sometimes when you find the move, play it. Because sometimes whatever you think is better just isn't. So anyway, instead of taking advantage of my opportunity to keep them with a bad piece and win material, I played the move rook to c8. And this is not a good move. As you guys can see, the evaluation bar, he's still losing, but, you know, it gave him some favor. So, boom. Now, he's able to move his knight here to h5. He's able to go knight h5. I'm thinking, why didn't I take this pawn? I'm not sure why I did not. Check. Yeah, I probably should have taken the pawn, right? Oh, if I take the pawn, he moves over, and then he gets to mess up my pawn structure, right? Because I would have to take back. So that's why I didn't take it. But even more than that, guys, instead of rook c8, bishop takes f4 is pretty decisive. It's pretty game winning. But anyway, I go rook c8. He gets this move off. I'm at the game pretty pissed. I play that move, even worse. As you guys can see, I'm just giving him counterplay. Just bad. Why did I play that? Let's see. Why did I play that? I think I played bishop e7 because I didn't want to mess up my pawn chain. But I also had the opportunity. The computer is saying go knight to e8 or knight takes h5. Both are good options, but I chose to go bishop e7. Not the best. But I'm still winning here, right? Because after takes, he still got this bad piece, right? I still have my good bishop. Nothing is blocking the activity of my bishop, right? Where his bishop is imprisoned by his own pieces. My bishop has large scope. None of my pawns are in front of it. This bishop is about to get active. So I got the good bishop. He's got the bad bishop. I'm still better here, but I'm not as much better as I would have been if I would have had the good knight versus the bad bishop, and I would have won material. So this is the position. I was pretty sad at this point. Even though I knew I was still winning, I was pretty sad because I know that I could have been won instead of winning. Okay, he comes out queen to h4 there. Again, these are all, I'm still winning. My rook comes there. He goes there. I come here. That's a mistake. Computer suggests bishop to e7 was the better move, I guess. We're in a pretty even position, but he still got that bad piece that he can't quite play with yet, right? And I hope he never plays with. But anyway, it's like I got a full piece and he doesn't have one. But he makes a mistake as well. I get the position back slightly. Then I go there, not really sure why. It's an inaccuracy though, I can tell you that. He goes there. I play my bishop there to e7. So take. He pushes there. I move my rook there. These are just bad moves. Just pretty bad. He goes there and I go there. Why is that so bad for me? Right here, the position's even. Queen to a5 would have been better, but still even. Right here, he just has a pretty decent position, right? But apparently, queen to a5 is a huge mistake, because that's going to allow him to play this eventually and then activate this bishop. And that's exactly what happened. He makes that move, a4. Now that bishop that was once a terrible piece that he was basically playing without the whole game is now into the game. So I play the move g6. And as you guys can see, I am losing. And then he plays there. I play there. I don't even know what that was about. It's a miss. Rook to c8 was better. Oh, yeah, I consider rook to c8. I did. But I didn't consider it winning or doing anything major. So I just thought that maybe I go rook to e8. But maybe I should have threatened his rook on c6, trying to gain control over the file, or at least trade him off. Rook to e8. Then he's able to do that. Now I have to move there. Now he activates his bishop. And as you guys can see, he's got 1, 2 on my bishop. I only have 1. So now I'm kind of forced to, I don't really have anything. The computer is saying bishop takes f6. But then I get mated, right? Because he just takes. Yeah, I'm losing. There's nothing I could do here. If I take the bishop, check, and I'm mated, right? Ultimately, I decided to protect with the king, and then the queen was able to get near check. Now I have to move. I drop a piece. I take, he takes back. And guys, right here, I'm just losing, and I know it. He's going to get a mating pattern in here. This bishop is going to come here. Then this queen's going to come here and checkmate me. He got mate in 1 here. So my only move was queen to b8. Oh yeah, I'm getting mated either way. Yeah. So my only move was queen to b8, bishop to f6, trying to make me here, forcing me to have to take queen captures f8. And then, of course, he would have done queen captures f8, king captures f8, and then we get into an endgame. Oh, so maybe I did have some type of a way out of it, but he's still winning. You can still look at the eval bar and see that he's winning because he is a +1 in this position, but maybe he's not good at endgames. Maybe I could play it out. But, guys, this is just a game where, you know, this position here, where are we? This position right here was everything. This was my time to win the game with bishop captures f4. And then I would have picked up material. I would have had a good knight versus his bad bishop. And I would have won decisively, right? But then I made the move rook to c8. He was able to, you know, get me to make some bad moves. And, you know, so I would say that I was outplayed this game. I don't have any excuses. I was just outplayed. I made some bad decisions, and bad decision after bad decision just leads to a lost game. Rook there, that does nothing for me. Queen there. Yeah, queen moves over, check. I move over. Rook moves over. I take, he takes. And even if we don't play the variation I just showed you, maybe he doesn't want to lose his bishop. Maybe he doesn't want to go into the endgame. He's still up a whole +4. I might as well just get up and resign here. And I pretty much did. I knew I was lost. I lost this game here because he has a full extra piece and a full extra pawn. So this endgame is pretty much unwinnable for me unless he made a huge blunder, guys. So this was just a game where I had the opportunity to win. I had the opportunity to get the good knight versus the bad bishop. And then I got the good bishop versus the bad bishop, but just mistake after mistake, and it led to a loss. So I don't know, guys. This past Saturday just was not my day. But we live to fight another Saturday. I have a tournament coming up this week. And I am going to fight. All this tournament did was made me stronger, make me more focused, made me kind of tweak and improve some of my training and what to focus on and what not to focus on. I'm super excited about my tournament coming up because I do believe that I'll be better for it. Unfortunately, these are the waves. We got to go through them. But what we can't do is give up. Got to keep going. Got to keep trying. And got to keep trying to play solid chess. I will see you in the next video. And thank you for sticking around. Hope you guys enjoyed these game recaps. And I'll see you in the next one.